Hey guys. Well, yesterday, I don't remember if I even posted it or not, to be honest with you. I've been posting a lot of boring videos, basically, as usual. Oh, anyway, um, yesterday I had to go. What did I have to do? I had a few things I had to do yesterday, so I didn't really have a chance to get out here, to be honest with you. But one of them was, the fuck was that? Something fell down. Uh, One of them was a doctor. What the hell it was? Anyway. Oh, the dermatologist. That's what it was. I got a little, well, I guess you call it a little mole on the neck, and I didn't like it, so I told him to. So, meanwhile, on the way there, I stopped to get gas. And while I was getting gas, I ran into a friend of mine that I used to work with. And we started bullshitting a little bit. And he still works there, which is West Marine. He said he works there Fridays for truck day, when the truck comes in. And I was talking to him, well, I was just going to think about going over there, I said, because I was thinking about picking up some West system. Now, the West system, I've never used it. However, I sold a lot of it when I was at West Marine. And everybody talked about how good it was. It can be air dried, meaning it'll just dry, harden. See, some of your epoxies and resins and whatever, you have to cover it in order for it to get hard. You know, the less air, the harder, and the quicker. But meanwhile, make a long story short, I said, I'm going to go over there and pick it up. He goes, well, you know what? He says, you may want to try some of this other stuff. He says, it's not an epoxy. It's called Sea Gold. They make it. And the model number is a 240, and this is gloss. He said it's a water-based type treatment that really does a nice job with a nice high gloss, and you can put coat after coat within 15 or 20 minutes. He said it's great stuff. He said it's not as heavy or as thick as the epoxy. He says, but after 2 or 3 coats, easy to apply. He said it works just as good. Now, does it work just as good? Who knows? I doubt if something that's thin is going to protect or look as deep as a clear epoxy, but that's where we're at with it. So, you know what? Just to have it around, I'll try it. So I met him. I went there, and then he came in, and he says, well, I'll give it to you at my cost, meaning the cost that I used to see before when I worked there. And there's a strong possibility I may go back part-time. I don't know. I really don't know. I was told that they're needing help badly, and they'd love to have me back, but I don't know. Anyway, this is the West system. This stuff is excellent. This is 105 Part B. I think you're seeing the whole thing. So when you buy the hardener for it, you have to make sure that the hardener has a B in it. So this is good for S and B. Now this is their special hardener. It's special. It's a clear. Okay, they have it where it's kind of a honey color, and I didn't want that. I said, no, I need clear, so this is what I want. So I had asked him, is it still clear? He goes, yeah. I said, okay. Because it's been like, oh, Jesus, what, 7 years? I couldn't even tell you how long it's been since I've been at West Marine. So meanwhile, that's what I got. So he got it for me for his cost. And then I went to the doctor's, and then he dropped it off at the house later. But this, I don't remember. I think this was $99 for this here. The hardener was $99, and this was $50, if I remember correctly. But at the employee discount, it cost me $160. So I saved like $90, and that was with tax. So this was, you know, we're talking $250 plus tax. So it cost me $160 out the door. So you really couldn't beat that with a stick. But he did say that the discounts aren't like they used to be. He said, but they're still good. West Marine used to give you things at 10% over their cost, their buying power, which was great. He says now, he says, as an employee, you're getting about 33%, sometimes a little more, but it seems to average out to about 33%, you know, except for like on electronics. Electronics is a little different. You don't save much on electronics because they don't make much on electronics, to be honest with you. They use those to get you in the door. So I think he saved like $20 on a depth sounder that he was buying. Now, if he wanted to wait, he could have called the company direct from work on Friday and says, this is who I am and where I work, and they would have sold it to him for cost. You know, so he may have saved another $20 or $30 on it, maybe. Not all the companies do that, but maybe. And at that point, you know, but he'd have to wait because it would have to be paid for, and then he couldn't do it until Friday, and then it'd take another week for it to come in. So, so sometimes it isn't worth it. But meanwhile, this is the epoxy, the resin, the West Marine, West Systems rather. They say that this stuff will even work on styrofoam and things, and this is the special clear hardener to go with it. Now there is a ratio that has to be met with this in order for it to work right. They actually sell their own pumps, but as long as you know how to figure out ratios, you don't need the pump. This is what I'm curious to see what it's going to do. So we're going to, feels like stain. I mean, as far as waterly, it seems to be really waterly. So if I can find a stiff knife, well, that's not too stiff. That's not going to be stiff enough at all. So let me find another stiff knife. Here we go. We'll use the old 5-iron. I still don't know what all that's used for. And let me get something to try it on. I think I got a little piece of wood over here someplace. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know Ken. Easy. I can't remember now. Easy something. And he's originally showed me, well, he showed us all. He did a video on a lamp that he had made, and out of wood, out of a tree. And he was making a chair or something out of it the other day. But he got me thinking that, yeah, I'm going to try doing a lamp. So I've got all this wood that's been drying out. I still haven't figured out what wood I want to use. And nor have I had the time, to be honest with you. I have everything I need here. It's just having the time, and in the middle of painting the house, you know, whenever you get a chance to, because the other day we started, as you know, and then we had nothing but rain. So you can't paint right after it rains. You got to wait a couple of days for the house to dry. So the house did dry, and then we were going to start painting again on Tuesday, which was yesterday, and we had like 4 hours of downpour. I'm talking, well, I got it in one of my videos when I went to get some coffee yesterday on the way to the doctor's. Alright, so there's a kind of a heavy coat. If I was going to say that's a coat, I'm going to say that's kind of a heavy coat. I'm going to see how this soaks in, and it's a water base. So I can just take this out and rinse it out. So I'm going to take this out there and rinse it out. I'm going to let that sit there, and we're going to see how that comes out. And then if I'm still out here, in a couple of, well, we'll say half an hour, I'll try putting another coat on it. And let's put a little bit on the bark as well, just for the hell of it, just to see how it takes to the bark. Yeah, okay. It's got, I can see a little gloss on it, so let's see how that actually turns out. It may not do what I want it to do at all. Alright, so I stuck it outside and let it have a few extra minutes. Clean the brush, I'll throw that up there. Let me get my knife here and kind of tap that down. Now, normally, I'm not going to say I normally do this, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a rag over it, just in case there was anything in the lip. I don't want to hit it down and get splattered. So now we give it a little shake to seal the lid, which, excuse me, I really didn't have to do at this point. Not bad. Starting to quiet down a little bit. I'm going to turn the air on. It's hot today. Well, let's see. It's hot in here anyway. It's 86 degrees in here, 82 outside. So let's put the air on. What mode do we want? We want cool. Now let's just put it on 67 for now. And let it do what it has to do. But the West system, it's a little bit more money. You don't see it discounted much anywhere. However, they make also a two-part epoxy, which is nice. You know, just like anything else. It's in the marine industry. It's pretty well known. It's not owned by West Marine, but it is called the West System. And I found out that West Marine sold, even though it still carries the name West Marine. It's now another company that bought them out a few years back. Excuse me. So, but like I say, most of the boat industry around here anyway, and the ones that aren't cheap and wants a good job done, they'll use this. Now we do have boaters, excuse me, that do nothing but cut corners and then spend more money cutting corners because they have to do it more than once. That won't even go near this. They'll buy the $20 a gallon stuff with the $7 hardener and then wonder why it's 3 days later and it still hasn't hardened. But for most part around here, a lot of people use that one. Alright, I'm going to let that sit for a minute. I'm going to do a few things real quick. I'm not going to bore you too long with this. I do want to get my file cabinet, well, they're not file cabinets, they're the little drawer cabinets. I want to find a home for those. Now that I got my paper trays over here and starting to organize, I have no place to put my my little, what you call it? Well, here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Those things. And this thing. I mean, I can put them there. They're not really going to be out of the way, but I'm used to having them over here. But you can see that's not going to work. The only way that'll work is if I move this cutter. Now, do I need the cutter there? No, I can actually put it here if I want to take this computer down. I don't use this computer, so maybe it might be a good idea just to put the cutter over here. Let me back up so you can see what I'm talking about. Put the cutter there, you know, and then move those down there and put the other things back up there. I mean, the cutter doesn't have to be there. I got to take a measurement though to make sure it's going to fit there and not get in my way. Because right now this is just a catch-all. And the computer that's sitting there, again, I don't use it. I got that one over there that works that I don't use. This one's got Windows 95 in it. and I definitely don't use it. Someday I got to upgrade. And then this one and this one are the two I use most. So this one I can just basically move out of the way. Again, I don't know if I took that out of the way. And if I went from there to there, let's see. Oop, get the magnet. I forgot the magnet on the bottom of the camera. Alright, so if I go from there to there, we're talking 24 inches. This is about 28, it looks. About 26. 2 inches. And I might be able to make that work. Just might be able to make it work. And it's not going to interfere with anything. Yeah. And then I'm getting rid of things I'm not using. Actually, I gotta get a Windows for that.